it's me, April Kamaya, and you have reached my review for Ready to Love, Season 4, Episode 7, Friend Zone. Now, before I get into it, I just have to say that this season, I already watched the episode. So, usually I watch it, then I review a little bit, then I watch and review some of it. But I watched it last night. So, this morning, I have it in my head. But I'm just not understanding. I'm just not understanding what happened. Like, what happened at the end just got me confused because I'm just not understanding. But I'm jumping ahead. But this season is not giving me what I want. It's just not giving me what I want. Last season was way much better. It was much better. I don't know what's going on with this season, but I'm really not impressed. I love shows like this. As you can see, I mostly that's what I have on my channel. My new videos I've done. I love love. I love relationships, dating. I love those subjects. But this show it's really like letting me know like it's really like a game show. Like it's like a dating show. Like I really want it to be like about love and people meeting the right person, but I get like disappointed every time I watch the show, and it kind of brings me back to, okay, this is a reality show. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm watching this show, because I be really wanting these people to be genuine, but it's apparent that they're not. So enough of me babbling. We'll get into it, okay? So we open up again with the men meeting in the men's lounge. Tommy tells them that he wants them to introduce the ladies that they want to introduce to their friends. So we've seen this in past episodes. So usually it doesn't go well, but we'll see how it goes. So we get Joelle and Vernicia. Vernicia goes to Joelle's house again to meet with his friends. And then we also get a back and forth between KJ and Amber's date. Amber meets KJ at the radio station in his, personal setting. So with KJ and Amber, the friends ask if the parents know about KJ, if her friends know, and of course she says no, because you want to not jump in too soon when you're dating someone, which is understandable. KJ said the same. KG said the same thing, or KJ. He said the same thing, that he hasn't told anybody, so that really wasn't a big deal. They asked why he is her number one, and she says, because of the natural connection they have. He can trust that whatever he says, he's gonna do. Overall, the friends like Amber. They seem to like him. They both do have a connection. I'm still not quite sure how long it will last, like outside the show. I feel like for the show, I feel like they do match, but taking it a step further outside and actually dating and actually lasting longer than the show, I'm not quite too sure. I'm not convinced of that. But anyway, then we move on to Vernicia and Joelle. They discuss how everyone kind of feels the same way about Joelle, like they have some kind of connection with him. So Vernicia is kind of iffy about that, because of how he speaks, how he talks to everybody. He kind of does that to everyone, So that's kind of her concern. Joel wants to have that feeling of marriage again because he's been married again, so he is ready to love. Overall, the friends, or the lady friend, thinks that Vernicia is clingy, right? Clingy, territorial, which I did see from the beginning, but they didn't really focus on it on the show, so that's why I never brought it up. But when this episode came on and I kind of saw how she was acting when she came over with her friends, she would kind of look at him, kind of like in I don't want to talk about this, or I don't know what it was, but I can see that she is like territorial, like from the beginning. Like she saw what she wanted and she went after it. But I can't tell if it's because she is territorial, or is it because she knows what she wants and she's going after it. So I haven't quite figured that out yet. So that kind of threw Joelle off a lot, but I still thought they had a pretty decent connection. So we'll see. A lot of times when these friends come on, it just seems like it just shifts the person's whole attitude and then they feel another way. But we'll talk about that later. So we move on to Jason and Liz. Jason asked Liz to come on a date with his friends. Something about Jason, he seems inauthentic to me. I know later on the friends speak highly of him, but I almost feel like he's like putting on the act more so with Liz. Like I feel like he presents himself a little bit more like presentable because it's Liz, and I don't like that about him. So anyway, they go on a date. I think they're practicing. They're doing like practicing their golf swing shots. Kyra comes in later, so it was apparent because when I first saw that he asked Liz, I said, why would he ask Liz and not Kyra? But he asked Kyra too, so he has two ladies meeting his friends. Kyra is kind of shocked that Liz is here, but whatever. Friends had, like I said, genuine things to say about Jason. They say he's ambitious, he's driven, he's a great guy, which Kyra they both felt that about him, so it's not really a shock. They're not really finding out anything new information. They're just kind of like verifying, like, yeah, I already know he's a good guy. So they're on the right track with Jason, I guess. Both ladies want a man to lead. Liz says she wants her man to lead a little bit more spiritually. At the end, Liz leaves and Kyra stays. Kyra wants to be married within 5 years. The friends overall like Kyra a better match for Jason than Liz, which I think we all kind of see that Liz is a better fit for what's the guy later on? The other guy. Liz is better for him, and Jason I do think has a better relationship with a better connection with Kyra. So we'll see about that. Kyra is in between two guys too, so I'm not really sure how she's really wavering too, because one minute it's kind of like they'll be with that one person and they'll be feeling that one person, and then they go to who maybe their second, and then they'll kind of like totally feel that person. So for me, in the way they edit, it's really hard for me to kind of tell sometimes with who they like genuinely. So next scene, we see Kyra asking AJ to, I mean, not Kyra. AJ asked Kyra to meet his friends on a date, volleyball date. So as I said before, Kyra is in between Jason and AJ. So Kyra asks the friends if he's ready for love. They think he is. They say, he's stable enough in his career where he can focus on a relationship. When she leaves, the friends think that she does have her guard up still, but I think that's just due to their past history and what they've already kind of went through in their short period of time of meeting each other. So I think in that regard, she has her guard up. With Jason, she doesn't, because it's new, it's fresh. And usually when you're with somebody that hurt you, or you with somebody that doesn't hurt you, you're going to have your guard up with the person that hurt you. You're going to have your guard up with both, but you're going to have your guard up more with the person who hurt you, because that person has done something to make you kind of be like, I'm not sure. So that's what the friends were feeling. But AJ still is feeling Kyra. We see Alexis, Chrysanthemum, and Ronald. So Ronald is between Chrysanthemum and Alexis. So they go on a date to a club, which to me, you can't really get to know somebody in a club. So I really didn't understand that. Alexis was commenting on Chrysanthemum's dress. Chrysanthemum had like a nice fitting form dress with holes on the side or whatever. And I guess Alexis didn't like that. She probably wishes she wore it because she thinks so highly about how she dresses, and she dresses horrible. So I think that's what that was about. Ronald travels a lot, so their friends asked if, of course, if they're okay with that. And I can't quite remember what Alexis says. I think she said she would be okay with it, but she kind of wanted to be more planned. I think is what she said. But Chrysanthemum said, of course, like she's a flight attendant, so she's gone all the time, so that wouldn't be a problem. And of course, Alexis has something to say about that. You know, like, oh, she's a flight attendant. You know, I think she said Chrysanthemum doesn't say much. You know, she just sits there. So I think it's a little bit of jealousy in between there, but a little bit of competition. I'm not gonna say jealousy. Alexis is competitive, so I think that's what's coming out. They asked Chrysanthemum if she wants children. She says she's open, but really, to me, she doesn't really want children because she does say in the confessional she's never been the type to go, oh, I want a baby. Those type of women. Oh, I want to get married. She doesn't seem like that type, which is totally fine. She's honest about it. So Chrysanthemum leaves because I think she's over the whole questions or whatever. And of course, the friends like Alexis more. They say that she has better potential to kind of take Ronald to the next level. But I think Ronald connects more with Chrysanthemum. I think they are in the same line of work, promoting and partying, I guess. And so I think he has a better connection with Chrysanthemum, but the friends like Alexis because I guess she's better. She can help him grow and maybe get to a more corporate level, maybe more money in the. I'm not quite sure what Alexis can do. I think she pumps herself up more than what she really is, and so I think some people as an audience think she's bigger than what she is. Because I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know. I just think she's there for the game anyway, so I really could care less about Alexis. I really think she can go because I really think she's just not genuine and she's inauthentic. So as real as she says she is, I just think she's just strictly here for the game. But nonetheless, the friends do like Alexis more. So we'll see if that influences the guys or Ronald. So we have David and Liz. So David and Liz meet up. Of course, we're excited because they've had pretty good chemistry, a lot of chemistry since we've seen them. So we find out that that Liz told David right after the date that she did kiss Jason. And like I knew it was going to happen, David was not feeling that at all. And I can tell at that table, the whole vibe was different. Because they talk about how David is still getting to know her. She starts saying that she thinks he needs to make a decision on what he wants. But I'm kind of confused because they had chemistry, and then at the table it kind of felt like I said, I think the kiss was playing in his head, and now he's not sure anymore. And I think she's kind of like, like she said in a confessional, like, what you want. A guy knows if they want me or not. So what what's up? And so now I guess he's back to being indecisive. The friends do like her, but David is like, I'm not too sure, I don't want to jump in and then be like, regret it. But I'm like, that's with every decision. Like, ultimately, you do not know the outcome. So you are taking a gamble, So I think he used the kiss as a way to kind of backpedal, which I said in my other review, why are all these women kissing men that are not their number ones? I said that. And as a guy, he probably like, we had the best chemistry and you kiss another guy. Like, I'm gonna feel it some type of way. And the men are just honest about it. But as a woman, I would be the same way if my number one kissed somebody else before me. if we know we're number one, so why did you kiss him? That's all I'm saying. So I totally get David retracting a little bit, but I'm still like not to the point where he's still like, oh, I'm not sure, you know. Anyway, so they throw in this last scene with Jason and Kyra going on a one-on-one. I was kind of confused on why they just threw this one in because they didn't have any friends. You know, it's just a one-on-one date. Jason wanted to bring Kyra on a one-on-one date to an art gallery. So, you know, he is a romantic guy. They do have good chemistry, you know, a lot of giggling, you know, they kiss. Kyra thinks she has a strong connection with AJ still. So, you know, although she likes Jason, she feels that she still has a strong connection with AJ. But here's my thing. I think Jason is going harder or trying to be with Kyra now because Liz didn't go off so well with his friends, and they said he was stiff. She was stiff, and they felt that Kyra was a better fit for him. So now I feel like that's why Jason now went deterred, and now he's trying to go after Kyra. So I'm not really sure what's going on. So yeah, they threw that little one-on-one date in to show us. I don't know. But anyway, so deliberation time in a gentleman's lounge. Joelle says that, you know, again, he expresses his concerns about Vernicia's clinginess. So that might be a problem. Jason says that his friends like Kyra more, which I said. Ron says that do you want to party or go to the next level? So that's why Ron friends chose Alexis over Chrysanthemum. So they go around and Tommy asks if they had to choose, you know, who to go, who's your number one right now? Right now, who would they choose? I don't even care about the other guys. I care about the 4 guys who said Kyra. Jason, AJ, David, and Joel. Okay. AJ and Jason, you get a pass because you have actually been courting and talking to Kyra. So I can get why you chose them as your number one. But just like I was saying in the beginning of this review, David and Joel, why'd you choose Kyra? This whole time, just like Tommy said, you ain't never brought up Kyra. David, okay, she kissed the guy. Okay, it's gonna be okay. He jumps off the boat and now he likes Kyra. That doesn't even make sense. So you throw her under the bus, right? But the next episode, I'm sure you're going to be right back on that. Well, no, y'all argue in the next episode, so never mind. So I'm not really quite sure. I think he's hurt. I think he has past issues with that ex-wife, like the other women have been saying, and he bringing it into the next, and he needs to heal, and that's obvious. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Yeah, David chose Kyra and Joelle. You was on Vernicia like the whole time. And then you just switched to Kyra because Vernicia, okay, because you say she's clingy and then your friends kind of vouch for it. So I could kind of see it, but I could kind of be like, I don't know how, even though you did say she's still my number one, but you said Kyra. So this is the part where I was like, oh, okay, I forgot I was watching the show. Because this is stupid. This don't make no sense. You have straight connections with these women and you pick another woman. So I'm like, huh? She's already have 2 connections already. She ain't picking y'all. So what strategy is that, actually? Anyway. So they have a bottom 2. And the bottom 2 is Liz and Chrysanthemum. Ronald talks to Liz. KG talks to Chrysanthemum. Of course, they go over what they might need to work on, blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, they send Chrysanthemum home. You know, I'm not surprised. Chrysanthemum, she might have been there for love if she found it, but I don't think it was like a big deal to her, you know. Like I said, I think she was just there to kind of be on TV, you know. Pretty girl, but I think that was the right move, y'all. But yeah, just like I was saying earlier, I don't know what's going on with the show, because that just completely threw me off when they threw their number ones under the bus. And it's like, I don't know if I'm missing something, because I think, like I mentioned before, like I feel like the editing, they don't tell us from the one episode, a week later we get another episode. How much time has passed? Can y'all tell us that? A week later, 2 months, like what? What's the time? Because I feel like things happen and then we get another attitude from him and we don't understand why. Just like David and or who was it? Yeah, David and Liz. They had a phone conversation about that kiss, and it didn't go well, you know. Or and Joelle and Vernicia, they had a phone conversation after their little date with their friends, and that didn't go well. So it's like I want to get more insight into these conversations, into like what's happening besides we just see the date and then that's it. But they're talking on the phone with each other. You know, there's stuff that's going on that we need to see, and I feel like we don't get that, you know. But anyway, you guys, that was the review for Ready to Love. You know, I'm kind of ready for this season to kind of be over, because, you know, I want Alexis to go. If they can get her off, then maybe I'll feel a little better. But now these guys just threw me for a loop, and I don't understand what they're doing. So we'll see next week. You know, David and Liz, they about to get into a little argument. So I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Because I thought they was going to be like the cutest one of them all. So now I'm all thrown off. But again, you guys, that was my review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. We can do it. I have 19 subscribers, but we can get to 100 by the end of the year. Just keep like, comment, and subscribing and sharing my video, you guys. I'm trying to do more content, you guys. If you guys have any suggestions, I said earlier, I love couple shows, relationships, any of those sort of things. Yes, I will love to review them. Just let me know if I'm missing anything. So that's my review, you guys, and I will talk to you guys on the next episode. All right, see you guys later. Bye.